Welcome to Haunted Homes, where we delve into the spectral histories of some of America's most haunted residences. From ghostly apparitions to chilling tales, these homes have stories that will send shivers down your spine. We're about to embark on a journey into the heart of darkness, where the veil between our world and the spectral realm thins. These aren't just houses, they're vessels, holding the energy of unspeakable events. Are you ready to face the unknown? Our journey begins in San Diego, California, with the infamous Whaley House, a place shrouded in mystery and ghostly tales. Built in 1857, this grand old home stands on ground that was once a public gallows, a site of many tragic endings. The spirits of those who met their end here are said to still linger, their presence felt by many who visit. Thomas Whaley, his wife Anna, and their children built their home upon this haunted ground, inviting these restless souls in. The Whaley family, unaware of the dark history, soon became part of the legend themselves. The most infamous spirit is Yankee Jim Robinson, a thief who was hanged on the property years before the Whaleys arrived. His execution was brutal, and his spirit is said to be one of the most active. Visitors have reported seeing his spectral figure lurking in the shadows, a tall, menacing presence that sends chills down the spine. The Whaley family themselves seem unable to find peace, their spirits drawn back to the home they loved in life. Their photographs tell a story of a family bound by love, yet haunted by the past. Footsteps echo in the dead of night. Disembodied voices whisper through the halls. The house seems alive with the energy of those who once lived and died here. Some say Thomas Whaley himself still walks the grounds, a brooding figure forever tied to the house. His presence is often felt in the garden, where he spent many hours in life. Others whisper of Anna Whaley, her sorrow palpable, her presence marked by a sudden chill in the air. She is often seen in the parlor, where she spent her days caring for her family. The Whaley House isn't just a house, it's a monument to tragedy and loss. Its walls have witnessed countless stories of love, loss, and the supernatural. Will you be brave enough to listen? To walk through its haunted halls and hear the whispers of the past? The Whaley House awaits, with its tragic legacy and ghostly inhabitants. Our next stop takes us to New York City, to the House of Death, a brownstone on the Upper East Side. This house has borne witness to the passing of 22 souls, each death leaving an indelible mark. Among those who met their end here, none are more famous than Mark Twain. He lived, laughed, wrote, and died here. Visitors have reported seeing spectral figures peering out from the windows. Disembodied voices seem to emanate from the walls, recounting tales of tragedy. One visitor swore she saw Mark Twain himself, standing in the shadows of his former study. The House of Death isn't just haunted by the famous, it's haunted by the weight of history. It's a place where the veil between our world and the next is thin. Are you ready to step inside? Our journey now takes us to San Jose, California, to the Winchester Mystery House, a place shrouded in mystery and legend. This isn't just a house, it's a labyrinth, a bizarre collection of rooms and staircases that lead nowhere, designed to confuse and bewilder. Sarah Winchester, the widow of gun magnate William Winchester, was tormented by grief, haunted by the spirits of those killed by her husband's rifles. Her sorrow drove her to create this architectural enigma. She believed that by continuously building, she could somehow appease these vengeful spirits. Construction never ceased, day or night, for 38 years. But the spirits, if they were truly there, weren't so easily appeased. The house grew more complex, more confounding with each passing year. Doors open and slam shut on their own, as if manipulated by unseen hands. The house seems to have a life of its own, reacting to the presence of visitors. Footsteps echo through the empty halls, a constant reminder that Sarah Winchester is not alone. The creaking floors and whispering walls tell tales of their own. Visitors have reported experiencing strange phenomena within the Winchester Mystery House. Some have felt an inexplicable chill, while others have heard faint whispers. Cold spots and disembodied voices are common occurrences. The air grows frigid without warning, and ghostly murmurs fill the silence. One of the most chilling stories involves the seance room, where Sarah Winchester would come every night hoping to communicate with the spirits. She sought guidance and solace from the other side. Today, this room is said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity. Flickering candles and ghostly apparitions are often reported by those who dare to enter. Are you ready to explore its mysteries? The Winchester Mystery House awaits, with its secrets and spirits lurking in every corner ready to reveal themselves to the brave. From the twisted hallways of the Winchester Mystery House we journey to Fall River, Massachusetts, to the Lizzie Borden House. It was here in 1892 that Andrew and Abby Borden were found brutally murdered. Their daughter Lizzie became the prime suspect, and though she was acquitted, the shadow of suspicion followed her. Today, the Lizzie Borden House stands as a chilling reminder of that fateful day. Visitors have reported experiencing strange and unsettling phenomena within its walls. Unexplained noises, cold spots, and the feeling of being watched are commonplace. Some guests have even claimed to have seen the spectral figure of Lizzie Borden herself. One of the most commonly reported experiences is the sound of footsteps on the staircase. Some say it's the spirit of Andrew Borden returning to the scene of his demise. The Lizzie Borden House isn't for the faint of heart. It's a place where the weight of history is palpable. Are you brave enough to spend the night? Our exploration takes us to Cleveland, Ohio, to the infamous Franklin Castle, a place shrouded in mystery and dark tales. This imposing structure adorned with eerie gargoyles and a history steeped in tragedy is a place where darkness clings to every brick, whispering secrets of the past. Built in the late 1800s by Hannes Tiedemann, Franklin Castle was intended to be a grand symbol of prosperity and success, a testament to Tiedemann's achievements. But tragedy struck the Tiedemann family again and again, turning their dream home into a house of mourning. The family was plagued by a series of untimely deaths, each one more heartbreaking than the last. The house echoed with the sound of weeping, a symphony of sorrow that seemed to seep into the very walls. The air grew heavy with grief, and the once vibrant home became a somber monument to loss. In his grief, Hannes Tiedemann began adding on to the castle, creating secret passages and hidden rooms. These additions were not just architectural curiosities, but also a reflection of his tormented mind. Some believe he was trying to create a labyrinth so complex that the spirits of his dead children would become lost, unable to haunt him any longer. The maze-like corridors seemed to mirror his own tangled emotions. But the spirits, if they were truly there, were not so easily deterred. They lingered in the shadows, their presence a constant reminder of the tragedies that had befallen the Tiedemann family. They lingered in the shadows, their presence felt in the sudden chills and disembodied whispers that would send shivers down the spine of anyone who dared to enter. One of the most persistent rumors is the story of the Woman in Black, a tall spectral figure dressed in mourning clothes. She is said to wander the halls, her sorrowful gaze fixed on the past. Franklin Castle stands today as a private residence, but its dark history continues to fascinate and terrify. The stories of its haunted past draw curious visitors and paranormal enthusiasts alike. Are you ready to uncover its secrets? The walls of Franklin Castle hold many tales, waiting for those brave enough to listen. Our journey takes us south to Savannah, Georgia, to the Marshall House. Built in 1851, the Marshall House has served many roles throughout its history. It's been a hotel, a hospital, and a headquarters for Union troops during the Civil War. But it's the hotel's time as a hospital that seems to have left the most lasting impression. Guests have reported a wide range of paranormal activity, from unexplained noises to full-bodied apparitions. Some believe that the spirits of the soldiers who died within its walls are still present. One of the most commonly reported experiences is the sound of footsteps pacing up and down the hallways. Some guests have also reported hearing mournful cries and moans. Others have described seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their rooms. The Marshall House is a chilling reminder that some places are forever marked by the events that transpired within their walls. It's a place where the past and present collide. Are you ready to step into its haunted history? Our final destination takes us to Villisca, Iowa, to the Villisca Axe Murder House. It was here in 1912 that the entire Moore family, along with 2 young guests, were brutally murdered in their sleep. The killer, who was never caught, used an axe from the Moores' own woodpile. The house itself has stood virtually untouched since that fateful night. Today, the Villisca Axe Murder House is open to the public for tours and overnight stays. Visitors come from all over the world, drawn by a morbid curiosity and a desire to connect with the paranormal. Some visitors have reported hearing the disembodied voices of children. Others have described seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their eyes. And then, there are those who claim to have felt a physical presence in the house. The Villisca Axe Murder House is not for the faint of heart. It's a place where the weight of history is palpable. Are you brave enough to spend the night? As we step back from the shadows of these haunted homes back into the light of day, we're left with more questions than answers. These homes are more than just buildings. They are custodians of history, tragedy, and the supernatural. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, these stories remind us that sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. The experiences shared within these walls serve as chilling reminders that the line between our world and the next is thin. Thank you for joining us on this journey through America's most haunted houses. Stay curious and keep an eye out for the unseen.